Good morning and happy Monday. It's time for another Mindful Play Monday Live, and we are well into the second week of December. I have a fun snow-themed mindfulness activity for you today that you only need a couple of items for that you can grab right around the house. This is going to help us tune in to our feelings, our emotions, help identify those, and work through some of those more challenging feelings and emotions, especially during this super busy time of the year as we wrap up the end of the calendar year, get ready for the holidays, and starting off strong in the new year. Good morning, thanks for joining us. So the only things that you will need for today's activity are some paper strips. I'm just using like regular computer paper, printer paper, cut into strips, and then a bucket or a container of some kind. You can also use a bowl. We're going to use this to collect our snowballs. We're making some snowballs today. We're going to be crumpling up our paper strips like this, but we're calling this the Oh No Snow Throw game. So lots of fun rhyming. The Oh No Snow game. So the Oh No Snow Throw game. Good morning, thanks for joining us. And what we're going to use is a great visual tool to help us work through those more challenging emotions, especially as we enter into the winter months and also the busy time of year with the holidays. So the first thing I want to start with is explaining an analogy. So we're going to make an analogy or understanding what this is going to represent. So with our snowballs, we're going to be crumpling up. First, we're going to write down and then crumple up some of those more challenging feelings. So I got this idea actually yesterday after we got 4 more inches of snow. So if you've been following us in our stories, you know we've had a lot of snow the last 2 weeks, and we're kind of at the point now where we're saying, oh no, more snow. So when you think about snowy day, when it first starts, it's beautiful, it's fun to watch, it's peaceful, it's quiet, and it's a lot of fun to play in. You can build snowmen, and it's really exciting, right? Kind of like the beginning of the holiday season. You're excited, you're ready to go, looking forward to all the fun holiday activities. And then as the snow builds and builds and builds and builds, which is where we're at kind of now, we've had lots and lots of snow here, you can kind of get what they call that snowball effect, right? So as things continue to spiral, as things continue to build up, those snow piles can feel really heavy or really overwhelming, and it can be hard to use your snow shovel to scoop up all of the snow, and it can feel very hard to carry the weight of all of those expectations and things that you're getting ready to do for the holidays. So this is going to be a fun activity not only for our little ones, because we're getting to use our senses and also work on our feelings, but it's a great one for teenagers and even adults too, as we're working through a lot of the snow pile challenges of the holidays, especially this time of year. So the first thing you're going to do, and my trusty sidekick Miso is here, we are going to take our paper strips, and if you have younger ones that are not writing yet, they can draw pictures on the paper strips or you can write for them. And you're going to talk about those more challenging emotions. So, hey, I noticed you're feeling kind of frustrated, or you're feeling a little annoyed with little sister or little brother when they took your toy. We're going to make a list on our paper strips, one word or one feeling and emotion per strip. So I've got a couple here, like we did earlier. Ooh, jealousy. That's a big one, especially during the holidays. Even as adults, we can feel maybe jealous of, wow, it looks like they've got all of their Christmas shopping done, or wow, it looks like their kids are getting a lot more presents than mine, and that can bring up some jealousy feelings. So you're going to first write down that word, that emotion, and crumple it up, make it into a snowball. We have another one here. Oh, I bet a lot of us are feeling tired, especially with the less daylight. You can feel really tired. Oh, I'm gonna ball that up, make a little snowball. I've got annoyed, make a little snowball. This part, the crunching part, is really fun for kids and grown-ups. So maybe you're feeling mad about something. Oh, I'm gonna take that and ball it up into a snowball. Frustrated. I'm getting so frustrated, I'm gonna ball it up. So you got the idea. You're going to first write out those more challenging emotions and feelings on your paper strip. We'll write a couple of more. So we have a lot of snowballs here. And as you're making your list of challenging or frustrating emotions, talk about each one. So maybe you're feeling afraid, or maybe your little ones are feeling afraid. Maybe they're scared of a storm outside. Maybe they're afraid of a monster at bedtime, whatever it is, whatever those fears are. Crumple it up, put it in your snowball. Maybe you're feeling a little bit sad. If you're feeling sad that maybe you don't get the Christmas present that you wanted or the holiday gift, maybe you're feeling sad that your friend is going away for the holiday break so you don't get to see them, put all those big emotions and crumple them up into your snowball. You can see we've got quite the pile here, just like we have a pile of snow. Now this is the fun part. You're going to take your bucket, your container, your bowl, whatever you're using to collect your snowballs. Now I'm not going to be able to do this, of course, on the camera. I don't have enough space, but you'll take your bucket, your bowl, your empty container, and you're going to set it on the floor, kind of across the room, depending on the age of your little ones. Closer for the little ones, further for the older ones. You can kind of judge it there. You're going to take all those big feelings, those big emotions, those big pile of snowballs. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling, oh no, it's time for the oh no, more snow throw. You're going to set your bucket down, and you're going to then whoop, try to have your little ones, let me try to angle it down there, throw and make a basket with all of those big feelings and those oh no snow moments. Because what we're doing, we're collecting all of those challenging feelings or those negative emotions, and we're saying it's okay, I can work through those, I can crumple them up, I can identify them, and I can now move on. I can throw them, I can play them, and have your own little indoor snowball fight. So if you just joined us, good morning. We were writing a list on our paper strips here of some of those challenging feelings and emotions that we feel, especially this time of year, as it kind of blizzards down on us and has that snowball effect of feeling like there's so much going on, there's so many expectations, there's so much to do, not only as a child but as an adult. Lots of changes, lots of new faces, especially if you're traveling over the holidays to meet family and friends. So write all of those challenging things down, write all those big emotions down, crumple them up into a nice big snowball pile, and make a game of it, because we're going to talk about them, we're going to work through them, we're going to identify them, and then we're going to slam dunk them right out of here. So it's a nice visual way to kind of work through and process some of those challenging emotions, and then it makes it for a really fun game too. So working on some hand-eye coordination as well as some good sensory input. As you're making your snowballs, you can talk about how does it feel to have that paper in your hand. And I just use printer paper. If you want to have more sensory input, you could use some thicker construction paper that'll make it a little more stiff, more for those hands to work with. You could also even use some like strips of cardboard if you really want some really good sensory input and have a lot of that fine motor strength working there. And then have a snowball fight, work through all of those feelings, identify them, and collect them in your bucket. You can of course dump it out and play many, many times and keep adding to it as those emotions arise as we're entering into the busy season with the holidays, and also a lot more indoor time. So a lot more indoor time here as the temperatures drop and the snow continues to pile up. Remember that you can work through it, make your own snowballs, and slam dunk them out of there. So thanks for joining us this morning. We'll have one more Mindful Play Monday live before the holidays. And then let's see. One more Mindful Play Monday live. I'm just looking at my calendar. That's why I'm over here looking at my calendar, because then the following week we will actually be on winter break. So we will be out and about on the go, but I will have some different lessons and activities that you can work on wherever you are tuning in from. So one more Mindful Play Monday before the holidays, and then we'll be back in the new year with more live activities. But of course, we'll keep posting here on Instagram. I'll also have our link up for our YouTube channel to go back and review our whole catalog. We have 80 plus videos over there on YouTube, so you can go back and look at some of the activities we did, especially if you're looking for holiday themed ones. I've got a lot from last year and the year before too. So thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your day. Collect those snowballs, play the oh no snow throw game, and work through those big feelings. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.